Hi, I'm Luciana. We're here at Club Olin 55, and today is with us Nico Bernardini, DJ and producer, coming all the way from Italy.
Thank you for having me.
Oh, we're very excited.
Yeah.
Have you been here in Mexico before?
This is my second time in Mexico City. I was here during the Art Week, which is a lot of fun to see all of that, and I played a couple gigs at Dinsmore. But this is my second time, and I really, really love it, and it's good to be back.
Art Week is my favorite week of the year. Total. So, if it's your second time here, I imagine you've heard of El Juego de Pelota.
I have not.
You have not? Well, I'm very excited to tell you about the traditional Mayan game. It was invented by the Mayan culture, and it used to be like you hit a very big and heavy ball with your hip through a very high hoop.
Oh.
Okay?
Okay.
But today we're going to play with our hands.
Okay.
So
it's like Harry Potter with the
Quidditch.
Quidditch.
Yeah. I'm going to throw 3 balls, and then you throw 3 balls.
Through those?
Yeah.
Got it.
Okay, ready? I've been practicing.
You have, I figured. Let's see.
A ver. Oof.
Have you?
Yeah, this is me after having practiced.
There you go,
Yeah!
at least one.
One! Gracias, gracias, gracias.
I feel like it's a setup to get me embarrassed here. All right. If I break it, it's okay?
It is. Oof! Nada.
That's it.
Tas. Okay, so since you lost, you get a drink.
Oh?
De nada.
If I knew that, I would have lost right away. I get it.
Yeah.
What about you?
Do you want me to drink it with you?
Absolutely. Seems like a small pour.
Okay, we can have a
Cheers.
larger one later.
What are we having?
Tequila.
Tequila?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Nice. Our pleasure.
Refreshing.
Okay, so why Mexico?
Well, why Mexico? I think there's an incredible culture of young people that want to be out and about and create communities in nightlife. I spend most of my time in Miami, so Mexico is a very easy place. And it's great to see, young artists like me being invited to come here. There's some incredible clubs. We have Midweek where I played last night. I'm playing at Roca tonight, a very disco set. I went around today to look for some vinyls, so to see if I can play that tonight. And then tomorrow we'll play at Dinsmore. So why Mexico? Why not?
Nice.
It's a great
fun
place.
Couple of days.
Yeah.
Are there any Mexican artists that you're into, Mexican music?
There's a lot of old school Mexican salsa that I try to sample in some of my sounds. I love Latin American sounds. I think it's a very happy sound that makes, I define my music that makes your lower part of the body move.
Nice.
So it makes your butt swing. So I use a lot of those samples when I produce music and when I play also live. I try to put a lot of Latin flavor to it without going too much.
Nice, very fun.
Yeah.
And did you have any cultural shocks when you came here for the first time?
No, other than it's so surprising that Mexico and America are so close to each other, and the Mexican food is 100 times better. America should learn a little bit from how great the food is here.
What's your favorite dish?
Today we went on a little tour to try some tacos and some churros, and it was just great. Just so simple, made with love, which you can tell, and traditional recipes maybe passed down from grandmothers and grandfathers, so you can tell when they cook it. And also all the salsa are just incredible. I'm not a big fan of spiciness, but today there was some good ones that we tried.
Have you tried the tacos de canasta?
I'm not sure.
I feel like those are very local.
Okay.
You should look for them. If you haven't, it's como if you see a basket with a trash bag, a blue trash bag, inside there's really steamy, great tacos.
Got it.
So eat
Done.
Okay,
What are they called?
Tacos de canasta.
Taco de canasta.
Sí.
Canasta means bag, right? No.
Yeah, exacto.
Right, so
Canasta is like the bag.
Nice.
Okay. So do you want to do a revenge for the Juego de Pelota?
Do we both drink after?
We can both drink
Yes,
after.
okay.
Yeah. Okay. But now we're gonna play another game. Okay. So chin champoo. Have you heard of it?
Rock, paper, scissors?
Exacto.
You can't
You
win
could
against
answer
me.
that. Cool. Okay.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
No, just chin champoo. Because you're in Mexico.
Rock,
right?
paper, so 1, 2, okay.
Okay. Chin champoo. A huevo.
Who does scissor first?
We can do 2 out of 3.
Yeah.
Okay. Chin champoo.
Okay.
Chin champoo. Oh my god, I lost.
Told you
Okay,
can
but you can drink with me. Gracias. Sure.
What does ching champoo mean when you translate it?
It doesn't mean anything.
Oh,
at
so it's
all.
not a rock, paper, scissors.
It's not. That would be piedra, papel o tijera.
Cheers.
All right.
All right, it's gonna be fun soon.
So let's get nostalgic then.
Yeah.
What made you get into DJing?
There was music in my house my whole life. My bigger brother also was a DJ. And whenever I was a little kid staying in the house and he would sneak out or he would go out, I would sneak into his room and play with his like vinyls and CDJs. He never wanted me to touch them, so I would wait for him to leave the house to play with them, and I would always have to put them back in perfect condition so they wouldn't catch. And then I remember, I think my 14th birthday, my dad gifted me my own set of CDJs, and that's, I always loved it. You know, I've always had a full-time job in the fashion world and in the experiential marketing world, and we went full-time on the DJ just July of last year.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
But how many years before that were you already like playing with it?
The first time I ever played in a club was in Milan, and I was 14 years old. We used to have Saturday afternoons. So if you're not 18, you could go to the Saturday party, but it was in the main clubs of Milan. So I started DJing in those clubs.
Oh,
so
cool.
When I was 14, yeah.
So you were cool, no?
Yeah.
Like ladies were after you, you're just
No, I was the nerd always listening to music.
See? Okay, that's also cool.
Yeah.
That's OG cool.
Yeah.
All right. And does your brother still play as well?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Very fun. Have you guys done back-to-back?
We've done a couple back-to-back, yes.
Is it amazing?
Yeah, it's a great time.
And has he come to Mexico?
He has not. Not to play, but I think he's been here before, but not to play, yes.
Come on, we want to see you both hitting it.
Yeah, we need to get him on tour with us, yeah.
Nice. And how would you describe your music, your sound in like 3 words?
In 3 words?
Yeah.
Wow, you're making it very difficult. Happy, first and foremost. It's the most important thing for me. My son has to be happy. It's what I want to hear when I go in a club, so I want to give what I want to hear. Happy, put sexy in there. I think sexy is important. We all go out to let loose, to meet a partner, to meet a guy, meet a girl, so music is important in that dialogue when you meet someone. And last, nostalgic. Nostalgic, I say, because I always try to play some music, and you heard that in my set, things that remind you when you're in childhood. Childhood is your happiest moment in your life, and when we bring back those sounds that we heard when we were a child, I think it brings back joy. So nostalgic is something that I really try to push in my music, and also in my production. I put like little samples of old school songs that might remind you of when you were a kid.
Cool, that's very beautiful. And what would you say is like the ultimate key to being a successful DJ?
Staying focused, staying humble, staying healthy. You know, we are over 100 flights a year, so we got to be careful, taking care of our bodies. It can easily become a very short timeline in your DJ life, so you got to stay on top of that. And at the same time, listen to others. You know, I noticed a lot of artists that are always at their head down and they just want to focus on what they always loved. But I think if we get in all the culture that we're able to be surrounded by traveling around the world, and we try to put those into our sound, we can evolve and be successful, and people start to relate with it more.
Okay, beautiful.
Yeah.
And so how do you keep healthy, like traveling, DJing, staying up late, etc.?
Yeah, I'm learning now disco naps to sleep before gigs. The adrenaline doesn't really allow me to fall asleep. I'm so excited to go to a club, but during the week or whenever I not have a gig, I'm a very regiment time schedule. I'm in bed before 10 p.m. always. I'm up early, gym, eat healthy, and try to always catch up the next time zone that we're in.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wouldn't you be scared?
And this doesn't help, but you've made me drink, so I'll do it.
No?
Yeah, it helps.
Like it also
helps to let loose a little bit.
I would be so nervous to like take a nap before a gig and not wake up.
If you look at my phone, there is alarms every 3 minutes. Yeah, on the loudest settings. Yeah.
Okay, and like, what is maybe a bad experience you remember, or like some challenging moment you've?
Not bad experience, but life experience. Last time I was here in Mexico was I want to call it a humbling experience, because I came during a week that was also a holiday, and a lot of people were out of town. So I ended up playing in a club that wasn't full, was half full, but you still got to give your best. You still got to give the 100 people that came, or 50 people that came, or even the 10 people that end up coming to the club, the experience of who you are, and not like just walk away. So I think I don't call it a bad experience. I call it a humbling that you need to, it happens. You can't have 100 gigs a year and all be perfect. There's going to be a good 20-30% that we can call it sucks, or we made some mistakes, or the equipment doesn't work. Just gotta stay with your head up and keep going.
Do you feel like maybe it's even harder to like uplift the crowd when there's so many gaps in the dance floor?
Absolutely. I think the energy of the crowd is what gets me going. So, you know, I try always to find that 2 or 3 people that are really committed to hearing my set, and I connect with them. So, and I always isolate them from the big crowd, because if they're having fun, I know that everybody's gonna have fun. And usually I try to find like my muse throughout the night of like, I don't know, the beautiful girl that wants to dance, or the couple that is having a good time. And I focus on them and try to make them have the best time, so that it also relates to everybody else.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Yeah.
Very connected.
Yeah.
So then, do you prepare your set beforehand and practice, etc., or you kind of just like see what happens?
Preparing the sets is, yes, I prepare every day. I listen to music every day. I put folders. I put folders in like in moods, like happy mood or more like dark mood, after party mood, whatever it might be. But I don't prepare a set in a sense that I know exactly what I want to play when I get to a club. I want to see the vibe. I want to see the people. I want to see what they're wearing. I want to see if they're already drinking. I want to see what the opener is playing. I think the opener DJs are very important. I'm still considered an opener DJ. I have a lot of opening sets around the world that I'm very lucky to open for incredible DJs. And it's very important because you're setting the mood of the night. But preparing is just listen to music as much as you can and not give up, you know.
Okay, so follow-up question. What is like your favorite moment to play?
Sunrise.
Yeah.
Sunrise is, to me, the happiest moment there is during the day. Everybody feels excited that the sun is coming up. The light is beautiful. Everybody's happy. Whoever is left during sunrise is there to have a good time. So sunrise is definitely a special moment. It's rare to get a sunrise set. A lot of clubs also close before, but you know, in Europe, when we have after parties or when we play in Ibiza, Mykonos, those clubs can tend to go a little longer. So sunrise is great. Again, very limited spots, so hard to get them, but when you do, they're special.
It's good to know.
Yeah, especially at Burning Man. Burning Man sunrise set are very, very... Yeah, Burning Man for me is like the new year. I wait for Burning Man like kids wait for Santa on Christmas, and that's where I get most inspiration for the year. I go and discover new DJs. You know, there's of course the big R cars, the Mayan Warriors, and the Maxi that come out of Mexico. I'm so grateful that the Mexican community is building them, but there's also very little camps with unknown DJ that are spinning incredible music, and that's what I love to do, walking around the city and finding someone that's so passionate about music.
No, super exciting. So let's take Burning Man out of the equation, and then what's your favorite city in the world to play at?
I mean, nothing beats Ibiza. I think Ibiza has the most beautiful like vibe. People are there for a good time. I also truly enjoy playing in my home country in Italy. South of Italy specifically is a very good party place for the kind of music that we like. We're starting to build a good following there. But the energy of the Europeans are great, and also the cities where there's different communities that come together, like the New Yorks of the world. You can go to a club and you can have Eastern European, South American, all in the same room, and that creates a beautiful harmonic, you know, group.
Nice, very nice. So more looking towards the future, what are your like midterm goals, long-term goals?
We're focusing heavily now on launching my label, Harmonic Heaven. We have the first couple of records coming out in June and July. I'm focusing more and more on production. I think it's important that I can express my own sound through my own music. So those are the goals immediately that we want to do. And then the long term is being able to play and collaborate with artists. I think that's the most beautiful thing. Meeting an artist, being able to share music. You know, I've been so fortunate that Viv Blondish kind of took me under her wing and allowed me to play with her. We've had amazing back-to-backs. And she listens to my music, she gives me feedbacks. Like I can't wait to get to a point where I can do that for someone else that is up and coming and trusts my opinion. So I think that's the most beautiful thing, when you find artists that want to support the upcoming generation.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Very nice. And like any specific date you're most excited for? So
the one that I'm most excited about this summer, actually, Blondish invited me to play at Pasha for a residency on Wednesday. June 25th. That's going to be my debut at Pasha. I think Pasha, we all know it is the mecca of music, of electronic music, especially in Ibiza. So that one I'm very, very excited about.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Well, we're very excited for you.
Thank you.
And we're happy that you visited Club Olin.
Thank you so much for having me. This is an amazing place.
Cool. And yeah, that was it. Definitely stay and listen to Nico's set, which is very fun. And as he said, he's going to get you moving, dancing.
Awesome. Thank you so much.